So you knew that was going to happen and did not go to school.
And we're on the clock. Go.
Okay, so a life hack that everyone should do. So most people will answer yes to this question, that self-control is important. However, what most people also don't realize is how truly important it is and what consequences it does bring about. Almost all are positive. So this is what Walter Mischel explored while he worked at Stanford. He conducted the very famous experiment called the marshmallow test. It was a longitudinal study, so he started it at Stanford where he conducted the original test. Then he went to Columbia, and that's when he followed up with all of his original participants, which there were 59 of them. So what he took was he took children ages 4 to 7, he sat them down at a table, offered them a treat. A lot of kids picked the marshmallow, which is why it is called the marshmallow test. Then he offered them a choice and said that if you sit here until I come back, I will give you 2 marshmallows. If while you're sitting here you eat the marshmallow, that's the only marshmallow you're going to get. So what he tested was self-control and self-gratification, if it's instant self-gratification or not. So the results that he got are these. So the kids who waited to eat the marshmallow to get the 2 later, they had higher standardized test scores, higher self-control. They would be able to hold off on things like checking their phone and things like that. They were able to concentrate more, then later in life they were able to hold higher positions of power. They were more likely to be successful. So little things like that led up to larger things later in life. So it's not just school concerned, it is also just regular life. So how does that apply to us? What this experiment discovered was you can teach self-control to children. And if you teach self-control, then later in life you're going to be more successful. And little things that you do influence your life later on. So 5 minutes more on your phone, just 1 more cigarette, just 1 more hamburger. All of these things add up to one large life. So what we're doing is, instead of these little things that we do, we train ourselves to then make those things longer. So the 5 minutes turn into 10 minutes, the 1 cigarette turns into 1 pack. The 1 burger turns into just a whole feast. So if we could teach kids self-control, then we would be improving the population. Just so in a world where efficiency is key, we are losing sight of one important thing, which is self-control.